Curiosity. What are you so curious about? Everything, Mr. Curiosity.
This is the first podcast ever that we have Bonnie so close. I feel uncomfortable.
Oh, no, I feel great
Because
that
I
Bonnie's
feel
here.
like I feel like I was going to say there we
There's
go.
the back of her head.
Yay.
A cameo.
It's not right that she's there but not here. So,
I know.
Yeah.
She's like the lifeblood
Bonnie, why can't you
of the
just be here
morning
the
show.
whole time, maybe?
No, I
All right,
gotta
she's
go
going to be
back
right off to the distance.
All right.
All right, so
I
here
gotta
we
move
go.
this top thing. I can't
Yeah, we
see
got to
anybody.
move that. So the questions, they're overflowing. Actually, you could probably put a lot more in there now, John. I haven't done that yet.
Oh,
because
yeah.
We're
This
about
is-
up to here with the old ones, and the new ones he's going to sprinkle in. So
Oops,
if
sorry.
you got a question, get it in. It's brownbag@wnep.com. And every week we answer your questions. And I don't want you to look at this and say, oh, I'm not sending any in. What are my chances, right?
Oh, you got great chances.
Yeah, please get
Yeah.
them in and make them fun because this is only as good as you make it be. You know, if the questions are like, what's Mindy's favorite color? That's not a good question, is it? No.
What
Aren't
is
you
your favorite color?
interested?
I'm not-
It used to be purple, but it's kind
Magenta.
of evolved to blue now.
Oh, blue. Okay.
Almost like a teal.
My comment backfired on me. Now she's really going to tell us her favorite
Well, now
color.
they don't need to ask the question
Yeah.
because we know.
Yeah,
we
now
took
you
care of
know.
that.
You know.
All right,
Is
who's
that
going
even a
first?
valid question?
I think you should go
people
first
really have
because
favorite
you.
I wondered that too. Do people really have a favorite color?
Do you
I bet Nikki does.
I do.
Yeah. what is
That's
it?
not true.
You do
I
have
can
a
prove you
favorite
wrong
color?
right now. What is that color?
Maroon.
Would you want a maroon car?
Yeah.
Would you want a maroon house?
Yeah.
No, you. But it's very subjective to the
I
situation.
used to have a purple car and I had a purple couch. So I loved purple.
No, but I mean, with favorite colors, it depends on the situation.
It does.
Your car, your outfit, your house,
True.
everything's going to be.
I felt like when we were kids, though, you had to have an official favorite
That's
color.
true.
Like it
That's
was a thing.
just people
Oh,
would
yeah.
ask.
How
Yeah.
everyone they'd ask, you'd have to have it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's invalid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So John, do you have a favorite color?
Nah.
No,
No?
you can't because it's.
And Joe doesn't?
No, I'm telling you because
Are you
it's
sure?
very contextual.
Well, who's going to take the first question?
I
John's
mean,
the
I have a bunch
stubborn.
of my hands.
I'm
so
gonna
I
go
thought
first. I
that's-
haven't gone first in a while,
Oh.
so I'm going to do it.
I
I'm
haven't
taking
gone
them
first in a while either.
Here, you do it then. All right, there you go.
Yeah, but you picked this one. I feel like it's yours. Okay. When you go. when
Does
you
this
go,
to me all the time.
Oh, this isn't even a question for you. Obviously, this is a question for me.
Perfect.
Oh.
When you go grocery shopping, do you have a list or do you just wing it?
That's a great question.
Chris
That is a
and
good
44.
question. That's a great question.
Yes.
Well,
Well, a lot of times I do have a list, especially if I'm trying to grocery shop for the whole week. Like if I go on a Sunday or something like that, I'm trying to get everything I need, I'll have a list. Sometimes I go and just wing it, but usually I have a list.
I have a list for everything, inclling groceries. My lists have lists.
Oh, you're a lister?
You're a list
Oh, I'm
person?
a
Lists have
lister.
lists?
Yeah.
On your list, it says make a list?
No. Sometimes if I go to the grocery store without a list, I might as well just leave. I can't function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John?
I'm not a list person, but I should be a list person.
For grocery stores or
Grocery
for
stores
anything?
for everything. But I'll go to the grocery store and there's certain things that I need to get, and I always get home and I'm like, oh, I forgot.
You forgot
to
something.
get
Yeah.
Now, if I'm running to the store, I do end up getting usually a text from Rennie listing some things that I
Oh,
should
so
get.
she'll help you list.
Help me list, but I don't do a list myself.
Every Sunday, my wife, she sits down, sometimes in bed, sometimes in the kitchen. She'll just sit there, and it probably takes a good half hour, and she makes a list.
It's smart because
Yeah.
you don't want to overbuy.
But she stresses me out because she asks me what I want.
I do the same thing. I ask my family, what do you guys want for dinner this week? Because I could use some help in that
I know,
department.
but then I say the same thing. I don't care. And then we have to say something, and it's the same things. V8,
Pierogies.
Coke Zero, turkey burgers, and hot peppers. That's it. And then and potato chips, and then I run out.
Those aren't good answers.
Well, she does everything so great. It's always good, so I can't
Yeah.
add anything to it. What am I going to add? I don't know what
Maybe
to say.
you want spaghetti this week.
I don't care.
I don't know.
She does a great job with
You
it,
should
so I
throw
just...
her off this week and just
Oh,
be like,
oh.
I want this,
Oh,
and
yeah,
this.
come up with something else.
Could I
Say
have...
edamame.
Yes, or imported quail.
Yes.
This is good. This is good. I never thought
And
of
then
that.
she's going to be like,
Who are you?
Who are you?
as a kid, I remember my grandma. She would have all the flyers for the different stores spread out.
Oh.
And the list was such strategy and she'd go to each store to get the different deals from different stores.
Cut out the coupons
and the coupons and everything. It was such a big effort getting ready to go to the store.
That is amazing.
I love that.
Yeah.
I don't do that at all.
I don't either.
Well, now you have like your apps that have coupons on there.
True.
No, and I think that's a little
Yeah,
overwhelming too.
It is overwhelming.
Like you're there and it says that there's a digital coupon, and then I feel
Then you
weird
have to
standing
go
in the
look for
aisle
it, yeah.
and I'm like scrolling trying to find a digital coupon. But if there is one, I gotta find it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. Yep.
And I think I said this before, just so folks realize, I don't do any groceries. I don't do anything
don't.
food related in my house. I don't buy it. I don't make it. But I do all the cleaning.
Yes.
And I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
So I love doing
And
my laundry.
taking down the trees.
It all balances out.
Yeah, I do all the cleaning. I do all the laundry, for me at least. I do all the yard work. So I don't like food anything.
All right, so it's your turn because I did that one.
Oh, you
yeah.
have to pick mine. I pick yours.
Oh, that's a good point. You're right. Well, what if it's more to me than it is to you?
Then
We'll
we'll
find
have
out.
to adjust.
All right. It's a newer one.
All right, this is from Chris Smith. Ocean City, Maryland, or Ocean City, New Jersey?
Oh my gosh, this is such a big question.
It's
I think it's a no-brainer.
Why?
Really?
Ocean City, Maryland.
Why, New Jersey too tacky?
I love Ocean City, Maryland.
Yeah.
I've been there a bunch of times. It's just such a great place. And I think, isn't Ocean City, New Jersey a dry town?
It is.
It
Yeah.
is,
Oh,
yeah.
it is? Oh,
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
is.
you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
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 Is that right?
Yeah.
I do feel like that is like,
That's a
because
thing.
so many people in northeastern Pennsylvania go to the shore, that is a thing. Whether you're OCMD or OCNJ. Now, not everyone goes to the ocean cities, but it's a big
I love
differentiating
What
line.
if you're a Rehoboth and then what happens?
Yeah.
But, and of course, lots of people go to other places.
Yeah.
But there's also a big difference between whether you're a Jersey Shore person or Maryland or Delaware.
Yeah. What is the difference, John? Explain it to
Yeah,
us.
what
For
is the
those of us who
difference?
may
Yeah,
not
There's
know.
help
just a
us
whole
out.
personality difference with all of it, but it's almost too complicated to go into.
Yeah.
Is the Jersey Shore like more snooky and stuff like that? Is
Yeah,
it
I-
Depends on the town.
I think so.
It
I
depends
think
on
that's
where you
it.
are. Not Ocean City, though.
okay.
Ocean City's more like
Classy.
family friendly,
Yeah.
classier, and stuff like that. If you ask people what shore town they go to in New Jersey, it tells a lot about the people.
You're right.
Each shore town has a personality.
We went to Stone Harbor, New Jersey, I mean, half of my life. That's where we vacationed as a kid.
Oh, nice.
So I was always a New Jersey person, but like 20s, 30s, I'd go to Ocean City, Maryland with friends, and I love it.
Do you like it better than Stone Harbor?
It's completely different vibe. Stone Harbor is very relaxed, laid back. Ocean City is more of like a fun town, I think.
Yeah, a lot more going on in
Yeah.
Ocean City, Maryland, I would say, with like the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But you can still go with families and have a great time too.
Absolutely.
I've gone to both.
But I want the perspective from you two because, John, it's a 3-4 hour trip from most of our viewers to get to the shore. You are 2 hours west when you grew up. So would you even do that?
Rarely.
In Elk County?
Oh, rarely.
No, because that's a 6-7 hour
Oh,
drive.
yeah.
right?
You'd go to Lake Erie, right? Or no?
Well, we didn't, but family friends would. But going to the beach was such a big deal.
Right, and it's less for us here, but
So
for you.
we went to Ocean City, Maryland once, maybe twice, but that was about it. Like going to the
Right.
beach there, and then a lot of people would go to North Carolina to the beach, or Virginia Beach. All of that's kind of the same distance. Like it's all a really long trip.
It's not so much for this area, but
what
for
about
you.
what
But
about
there
Iowa?
were- But there were a lot of people that would go to Lake Erie to go to the beach. Now then, Mindy, that's another
Wait a
whole
minute,
world.
poor Mindy from Iowa had not seen water
Except the Mississippi.
except for the Mississippi until she was 48 years old.
I actually grew up in northwest Iowa, home of the Iowa Great Lakes. So I know you're not familiar, but it's a big tourist area. And I lived on a lake for a while. Our backyard was a lake. We lived on Center Lake near Spirit Lake. But anyway, that being said, I never saw the ocean until I was 6 years old.
6? Well, that's not bad.
Not
bad.
Well, we had to fly. I mean, my
Was it
aunt,
like
my aunt and uncle lived in Curacao in the Caribbean.
Oh, wow,
So we
okay.
flew to Curacao, and that was my first time seeing the ocean, and I was so excited. It was amazing. So.
But where do people in Iowa
Yeah,
go?
what's
Do
the
they
vacation vibe?
Florida, or they
No,
don't
I
go
think
to
it's- no,
they don't
John,
go to
They
New
go
Jersey?
everywhere.
I have the
They
answer.
don't go to New Jersey.
I have the answer.
They go to Florida.
It's the
yeah.
John Deere factory. That's the.
That is a very cool place
So
to
that-
go. Very interesting, yeah.
Okay.
But no, as far as like people do go to the lakes and stuff, the Iowa Great Lakes, they go to Wisconsin and go tubing. I'm not
I
sure.
have to look at my phone.
Do
Are
you?
She's almost in the exact middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in
between
the middle of the.
between the Atlantic and the Pacific.
Yeah, but I think most
Oh no,
people would
closer, a
go to
little
like.
closer to the Atlantic. Just by
I
a
think
few
people would go to
hundred miles.
Florida mostly.
All right.
I think.
I had friends that lived in the west coast of Florida, Naples. And it seemed like that Southwest Florida, I don't know if it's still this way, is very Midwestern. Lots of people from the Midwest have moved to the west coast of Florida. I don't know if you've noticed that when you're down that way, but it just seemed like lots of Minnesota license plates, Iowa license plates.
Interesting.
Michigan.
Do they say pop instead of soda?
Probably.
No, but I'm going to say this: the West Coast is more classy. The East Coast is more trashy.
You think so?
I don't
Florida?
think so.
Yeah.
Oh, for Florida.
Yeah, for Florida.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
No,
of
for
the United
Florida.
States. Okay.
With a lot of exceptions.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
over.
Florida that well, so interesting.
All right, well, who's up next? I
Well,
think
does
it's-
anybody
That was
else,
a great question,
Does
though.
anybody else have an opinion?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
OCMD,
I've never-
OCNJ.
I've
Have you been
never
to either of them?
I've been to them all, but I'm not a shore guy. I don't even.
Yeah,
like going-
that's right.
I
You're
don't
not a
like
shore
the beach.
guy.
Do you have an opinion?
I like Ocean City, New Jersey better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've gone there
I've
with,
never been
with
to
our
Ocean
family,
City,
and I
Maryland.
like it. So,
Yeah. I've been to Ocean City, New Jersey once, and I just wasn't a Jersey girl. I don't know.
Joe, would you
just
rather
wasn't-
stay home and do yard work all week? Be honest, than go to a beach
No,
for a
you
while.
would not.
Okay, so I
I
just
like
want to see
going
how
on vacation,
unusual.
but then it gets to a point during the week where I'm just like, I got to get home and mow the lawn.
I'm just wondering how unusual. I
Yeah,
am.
you're unusual.
You're very unusual.
What celebrity do people think you look most like?
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
You haven't gotten
I've
something from
gotten-
people that have said?
I used to have really dark hair, and people would tell me I looked like Katy Perry.
I can
Oh,
see
I can see
that.
that.
I can definitely
Yeah.
see
But
that.
But
with
not
dark
since
hair.
I don't have dark hair anymore.
I think I know everyone's here, so I want to see if you guys are going to know. I see that.
So should we say our own?
I know who's John. I know who yours is, John.
I know who yours is too.
Yeah, come on.
Prince William?
It's Prince William. It's definitely
I've gotten
Prince
that
William.
so much.
Yeah.
Now that he's gone bald, I don't get it as much as when we were younger.
Right, but you definitely
Yeah.
have a Prince William vibe.
Yeah, I think so. I see it. I've
Yeah.
seen the side-by-side photos of
Definitely,
us, and
yeah.
there's definitely a
You know,
resemblance.
if they do a movie about him, you
I could
should
play
be the
him?
person.
Yeah. You can have like a.
You're a little too tall.
You
That's
can
the
have like an
only-
English fair at times.
Well, he studied in England.
I did.
Yeah.
Give me something, John.
Well, I don't know if I could talk much like a royal.
See, I'm telling you, he can do
Like
it.
a spot
Is it
of
time
tea.
for polo?
I love it.
Or we can have tea.
And Mindy is clearly the girl from The Office. Who was that actress?
Oh, yeah. That's
Yes.
right. Jenna.
Jenna Fisher?
Yeah.
Jenna Fisher, yeah.
So,
Pam.
you're, yeah,
So
yeah.
people used to tell me, do you guys remember the comedian Tracy Ullman?
Yes.
People
Maybe-
used to tell me that
I
a
guess
lot.
a little bit of that.
Not necessarily a compliment. Jenna Fisher's very cute, though. That's a nice
Yeah.
compliment.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
And I get Brad Pitt all the time. I'm serious.
Oh my gosh,
No,
I
I'm-
know. It's
I'm
so
kidding.
true.
No, I get Woody Harrelson.
Really?
Oh,
I
I
get
can
what-
see that.
I
Okay.
don't see that as much. I see who's the race car driver, Clint or
Oh, Clint Boyer. I heard that
Clint
one.
Boyer.
But
You
not
look
too many people.
exactly like him.
But I get Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson, I definitely see a resemblance, yeah.
Maybe it's just more like, I mean, are you into like Natural Born Killers and stuff? Do you like that movie or?
I haven't seen much of his stuff, but I get. I'm just telling you what I get. I don't
His
know.
movies
I think,
are incredible.
I
I
think
could definitely see Nikki, though, with the if you had
yeah,
the
I never
dark
noticed
hair
it.
again. Oh,
I
yeah.
never noticed that before until you said it.
I
Yeah.
used to get that a lot
Yeah.
when I had the
Would
dark
you
hair.
sing
Yeah.
for us?
Yeah, can you sing?
I don't think anybody wants to hear that.
She
That'd be
thought about
awesome
it.
if she could sing.
You know, it's Katy Perry until I open my mouth, and
That
that's
is not as much.
No.
I actually had this idea the other day, and I don't know if you guys are going to like it. I was thinking we should do a morning show's Got Talent.
Oh God.
And we all have to do something?
We all have to do some sort of talent, like singing or dancing or playing an instrument or
I'm
whistling.
out already. I'm out of that one.
You can do it.
I don't
What
have
would
any
I do?
talents.
You have talents, we just don't know what they are.
I could do a
You
bad card trick.
You could paint.
Oh.
You could write a poem.
Let's get out of this and
right,
Whose turn is
it?
the next
I think it's
question?
Your turn.
Okay.
John's turn, yeah.
We're just picking from the top, John. These are all the new
I know,
ones
we're
you
not
put in?
digging.
We're not digging.
Whatever.
We should dig. All right, this is from Barb.
Big Barb.
Are the big satellite dishes in the backyard still being used? Has technology moved away from them? Are you utilizing something different? Barb from Bradford County. Great question.
We need a tech person here. Rick, where are you? Rick, are you listening? Sean, somebody?
I think they're still used.
They're still used, but they're
Yes.
definitely outdated, and I think they could be replaced with something really small.
Probably,
But
but
we
I
haven't
think
done
the network programming that comes in here comes
It's still
by satellite,
by satellite?
still. And I think that they still need those dishes.
I don't think they need them that size anymore, but they still
Probably
being
not
used.
that size.
And why is it not all computerized at this point?
I'm not
like
sure.
Why?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just send it on the internet?
Maybe for the quality, it's better for it to come in by satellite for
Maybe
like
the
the primetime
size of
shows
it.
and the network programming.
Do you guys remember around the only really old one in the 80s and 90s where only the real advanced technical people had their own dish in their yard?
Oh, I remember
It
that.
had to be facing southeast
Yep.
and southwest.
And they knew how to find everything.
Yes,
with their
the
satellites.
dish. It was
Yeah.
such a big thing.
They would even find naughty channels.
Oh, they could find it all.
Yeah.
No, what do you
on
mean by
theirs.
that? I don't know what you mean. Like
I'm
what?
just saying, channels that you shouldn't be watching.
They could find everything.
everything.
Yes.
Having their own little dish.
Yes.
All right, I'm moving on now.
And they find a
After
way
that.
to crack in, like they could get the network raw feed of like reporters getting ready to do live reports and all that stuff.
Oh, this is a
How about
good.
Mindy going blue though?
This is a good question. Why am I blue?
You went blue with the naughty comment.
Did I?
All right.
All right. I don't think so. At least I'm
I'm
not talking
uncomfortable.
about my colonoscopy all day.
Oh yeah, that's
All right.
Monday of this week, and I
Yeah.
have prep on Sunday.
Oh
It'll be fun.
gosh.
All right, this is kind of an interesting. This is Ben from Williamsport.
Hi, Ben.
What's something that the person across from you doesn't know about you? Oh, the problem is I sit with John so
I
long
know.
every
Yeah, but
morning. I
isn't
know
that-
everything.
We can't, now if you say it, there's so many things. But no one
Yeah,
wants
of
to
course, there's
reveal the
lots of
secrets.
things, but
Well, what about a secret that isn't embarrassing or just something
I don't
that
know.
people don't know about you?
that they wouldn't know.
Like, do you have a secret hidden talent
This
that
is
you could
almost
do?
like the favorite color question. Though.
Oh, okay.
Similar.
Are we getting into that?
It's almost
though?
getting too deep.
Yeah.
Too deep, yeah.
See, we're all uncomfortable because we don't want to.
For the first time ever, Joe
Yeah.
Snedeker
Nikki,
rings the bell.
The things you don't know about me, you don't want to know. And I'm not going to tell
And we're
you.
going to leave it at that.
I think that's probably true. Probably true. So it's your turn. You
Yeah.
pick one.
Next question.
That was a good question, though.
Yeah,
We're just not going there.
That's funny.
that would be a good party game.
That'd be great at a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next time you
Not
But not
for
You
here.
guys can go there. Here, I rang the bell. You
Now
want to
bring
go
it
there?
to.
Here you go, Nikki. It's a quadruple.
You know what? If we sat here and thought about it a little bit, we'd come out with a lot of things
Right.
that aren't secrets or anything like that that you
Right.
probably don't know.
Right.
But would it be that interesting?
Probably
Probably
not.
not.
Travis always has the best one. This is good. This is awesome. How close / far away does someone need to be before you don't hold the door for them?
That's a great
gosh.
one. That's a great one.
So he said he's a Wawa guy, and if he looks back and sees someone, he'll hold the door no matter how far away they are. But what's the
Wow.
cutoff?
There's definitely,
What's
it
the
goes through your head, right? Haven't we all thought it?
Yeah.
Oh, they're just getting out of their car.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
coming into work in the morning.
There's a cutoff.
I'm like, they're just getting out of their car. Do I gotta wait?
But what's the cutoff?
I
Or
have-
when,
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was going to say, or when someone's holding the door for you and you're away back.
Then
I think you feel like you gotta
have to
run,
Yes.
and then you're like, just
I
close the
hate
door
that.
already. I'll
Yes.
get there.
Because you don't want to be the person while someone's waiting for you. You're like, yeah, I can do
Oh,
this.
I can open the door.
I have to give kudos to Allie the other day. When she was working for you, she saw me driving in, and she waited in the airlock for me to open the door for me.
Even when you were still in your car driving
I followed her in. That's what it was. You know how the gate opens?
Yeah.
And so I followed her in, so I was right behind her, but she got out of her car much more quickly, and it was raining, I think, so she got to the
I wonder if
door.
rain was a part of it.
But then we have that little overhang, so really it's not. But she was nice enough to wait for me and
Do
open
you
the
have
door.
a time or a distance then? What works for you to answer his question?
I'd say
Is it a minute?
like for like a Wawa, like a gas station situation where you
30
don't know
seconds.
somebody, I'd say if they're within 25 feet, I would open the door.
25
I
feet.
think that's even too far.
Really? More like 10?
I think that when you're going into Wawa and it's a stranger, it's almost like if they're
Yeah,
within a few steps of getting to the door,
Oh, maybe you're right.
you stand and hold it.
Well, that's what I mean. There's different.
But if
is
they're
it family,
if
is
they're
it
coming
friends, is it
from,
coworkers?
they're still in the parking
Right.
lot and you're at the door.
Oh,
they-
I agree.
They can get the door. But here there's that conundrum too because we're coming in
Yeah.
and our doors are secure, so you got to put codes in and all this kind of stuff. And so do you wait for
Yeah.
the person to come
It's
in? How
uncomfortable.
much are you carrying?
Well, on a similar subject, this happens all the time, and I hate it. All right, you're in a city or a small town, whatever, and you're waiting to cross. There's no walk sign or anything. You're just waiting for the, and someone goes out of their way to stop on the road for you to go by. And then you feel obligated to run because they're doing all this for you. I want to say, just go. Don't stop for me. That's always uncomfortable for me.
Because I don't want to run.
I don't want to have to run.
You don't have to run. They're just being polite. They're
Yeah, but
being nice.
I can wait for them to go by. Don't stop and make me go.
I kind of feel like that too, actually.
Plus, you
I'll
find
go
sometimes where the
when I wanna
person
go.
coming sees you want to go and they stop to let you go. That doesn't mean the person in the other lane
That's right.
is stopping to let you
Right.
go.
Right.
And so then you're pausing and still looking, and the person's like, come on, I stopped to let you go.
Yes.
But then you're going to end up getting
awkward.
smashed because
If you just
Yeah.
try to run across because that one person let you go.
Or sometimes there's a whole line of cars behind that person who let you go, and they're mad at that person
mad.
for their decision.
and by proxy mad at you too
Yeah.
because
By proxy, they're mad at me
Yeah.
because all I want to do is cross the street.
it's a whole thing.
That was a great question.
And then if you real casually walk, though, you feel like a jerk, don't you? If someone
Yeah.
lets you go and you just take your time.
Oh, yeah, you got to run.
Now you have to run. So now I'm running and I never wanted to. All because someone
Same thing with holding the door. If you're far distance away, you got, I got to pick up my pace
That's true.
to get to the door because they're waiting
Now
there.
you gotta pick up your.
I can get the door.
I'll get the door by myself. So any of us, let's have a pack.
Okay.
Don't open the door for me. Even if you're 10 feet behind me.
If you're right
sometimes-
behind me,
Just I'll
I'm gonna slam
the
it
door in Nikki's face.
Nikki, I will open the door for you. Just don't
I will
listen to
open the
him.
door for
All
you.
right.
I'm slamming the door on you,
Slam
Joe.
it on me. I don't care.
I'm not waiting.
And don't stop
Well,
traffic for
I
me
have
to cross
places
the
to
street
be.
either. Yeah.
Today, when we were out in the backyard and Carrie was still out there, you held the door for Mindy and
Oh.
I, and you stood there. You're like, well, I guess Carrie's staying out in the backyard.
Yeah.
Like I could tell you were, do I hold the door for
Do I
Carrie?
hold the door? Is she
I-
coming?
Is she
Do I
coming?
wait?
What do I do? Yeah.
Well,
I forgot she had a bit.
He is Prince William. He's very formal.
Yes, that's true. Very chivalrous.
That's right.
Yes.
Ladies first.
Exactly. He's going to play
Ladies
Prince William in the movie. I'm telling you. Wait, was he in The Crown? Was that part of?
Oh, yeah.
You
Is he
should have
the one-
played it.
I should have been him.
Is he the one that
Yes.
left or stayed in? He stayed in.
He stayed
He's
in.
still there. He's going to be the next king.
Oh,
Yeah.
his brother left.
His
He's
brother's the
married
one
to
that
Kate
skipped out.
Middleton. You know, she's the one who had cancer, and now she's doing better.
No, I
But
don't
it's
follow
Charles's oldest son is Prince William.
As soon as I see anything royal, I change the channel.
and
You
he's
know
in
that.
line to be king. He's got 3 kids.
Maybe tell me something I don't know about you. Tell me something I don't know about you. Come
Nikki,
on.
you better go.
I knew you'd
The
be annoyed.
feisty goat of Hazelton says, name a brand of beer that no one seems to drink anymore.
Oh, these are easy. That's a good one.
He says Genesee Cream Ale.
That's
Yeah, that's a
definitely a
good
good one.
Do people not drink that anymore?
I don't think
Not
so.
the way they used to. Genesee Cream Ale was huge.
It was.
You still can get it.
What about Reading? That's a good one.
Yeah.
Not good?
No, that's fine. I think one that was used to be really big too that hardly anyone drinks anymore is MGD.
Oh,
Yes.
Or Genuine Draft.
Yes.
That
that
was
anymore?
everywhere. They still sell it, but I don't know if people get it that much.
What about Old Style? Did you guys ever drink Old
never
Style?
heard of
Old style.
That's more
Or
Midwestern.
same line of MGD is the champagne of beers.
What was that?
That was,
Was it
Miller
Mi-
High Life.
Oh, yeah.
The champagne of beers.
Do people still drink that?
It's still out there, but I don't think they drink it the way
How
they
about
used to.
Iron
Because they
City?
used to be the ads all over the
Iron
place.
City, what's
Is
that?
Iron City still
Iron
big?
City's still in Pittsburgh.
It is?
Still a thing, but not the rest of the state as much.
We used to get it here when I was in
Yeah.
college and high school.
I bet you can get it at a distributor, but
Can you get it in other states, you think? Or
I don't know.
So there's a wonderful story that's tied in with this question. Because it used to be Yingling. If you go back to the 80s, I'm telling you, Yingling was laughed at. You couldn't find it. It wasn't taken seriously. It was like dying. And now it's the king beer
Yeah.
of the world.
Isn't that amazing?
I hadn't even
comeback.
heard of Yingling.
Yingling,
I
yeah.
think the first I heard of Yingling was when I moved to this area.
Yeah,
That
you
is
couldn't
In
amazing.
get
Western
it.
Pennsylvania,
It was-
I don't think I had a Yingling before.
No.
No.
I think they
It was
need,
on the brinks.
the family has to, Dick and his daughters,
Have to come here?
well, yeah, that too, but they should teach like a college class on how to take a business and make it global, like how
I don't know
to,
Yeah.
how that happened.
It's amazing.
like that is amazing because you're right, they were nothing. And
I
then,
think when the craft beers and their ale started coming out, that they were ahead of the curve by accident, I think, or maybe by
And
design.
they just captured something. I know in Western Pennsylvania, Rolling Rock was so big.
That's the one.
Rolling
that's
Rock.
my favorite.
Rolling Rock was huge, And then Rolling Rock got bought by Anheuser-Busch,
And it tanked
and
it.
then they moved the brewery out of Western Pennsylvania, and then no one in Western Pennsylvania would touch a Rolling Rock. And then
wow.
Yingling swooped right in and started selling in Western Pennsylvania because it was
That's
also a green
smart.
bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a local
Okay.
beer. Yeah.
All right, we got less than a minute and a half.
Oh.
Whose turn?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Prince
It's gotta
William.
be express
Prince
lane.
William, you were just wanting a Prince William Lake. This is going to make my day. Here we go, Prince.
What do you all think of this matcha in everything food and coffee craze? I personally think it tastes and smells like grass.
So the mocha matcha, what is this
Matcha?
stuff?
Matcha?
What, matcha.
I don't even-
That was a. I don't even. I'm so much of a caveman. I never even heard
I've
of that.
seen it. I don't know if I've
what is
ever
it,
had
a
it.
type of tea?
A type of tea. I'm not.
I
don't
think
really
they grow
drink
it in Brazil. I would
Yeah.
have to look up what matcha is.
I don't drink those things. I'll stick with my tea.
But you're British. You
Well,
should
there's so
drink
many
tea.
scammy, trendy foods. I hate that.
I
And
know.
then everyone falls for this nonsense. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, that's so funny. I got a
Just
message
give me some tea.
that you are Lady Elaine from Mr. Rogers.
Oh, that's another
That's
twin.
another
Perfect.
one.
How did we miss that
How did
one?
we miss it? Oh
So
my
Woody
gosh.
Harrelson and Lady Elaine from Mr. Rogers. Thank you.
Yes.
How did I forget about that one? My God.
What is matcha? It's
Here
a
we go.
finely
We're gonna end with
ground
matcha, I guess.
powder made from cultivated shade-grown green tea leaves. Unlike regular green tea, the leaves are steeped and discarded. The entire blah 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 blah. It also has a central role in a Japanese tea ceremony. So,
You know what I say to that? Just give me a Yingling.
just give me,
All right.
just give me a Rolling Rock.
Yeah. Keep the questions coming. Brownbag@wnep.com. Brownbag@wnep.com. It's only as good as you make it. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
See you
John,
later.
say goodbye like only Prince can.
Goodbye now.